Hi, Patricia. Good evening. We're going to start, please. In a few minutes, we're going to wait for your classmate, right?
Okay.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to start in 2 minutes. I'm going to wait for the rest of your classmate, right? Okay, guys, so then we can start. We waited now for your classmates, okay? Good evening, Nazarena. Good evening, Alvaro. How was your day? How was your weekend, guys?
Good
Hello, are
evening.
you?
Good evening, teacher. All is
Hi,
fine.
Nazarena. That's good to know. What about you, Alvaro?
Good evening, teacher. Always fine.
Okay, that's good to know, right? So, guys, I'm so sorry because I really feel sick, right? So I'm not going to be in my best mood, right? Sadly, I went to the doctor and the doctor told me you have COVID, and then I have to be close and everything. You know, the worst part is the symptoms, right? So I'm going to try to do my best, guys. Because I can't talk even. So then if you have any question, please let me know, right? We're going to start watching for a video, right? The lesson, I was waiting for your classmates because the lesson of today, it's very important, right? I'm sorry. The lesson for today is very important because we don't have this at all in Spanish, right? So we have actually, but it's not the same. It doesn't work at the same way as we used to, right? Normally talking. And then I'm going to start for a video. Let me know, please, if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is the video that we're going to watch. It is called reported speech, right? I don't know if you know something about this, but this is very interesting for me. It's very interesting, right? Because as I told you, if we have this in Spanish, we don't practice as we used to, right? So let's see.
Hoy en nuestra clase vamos a hablar de report speech. En ocasiones alguien te dice algo y luego otra persona te pregunta eso que esa otra persona dijo. Y tú generalmente tienes que contarle a esa otra persona.
Okay, this is why our lesson it is called reported, right? Because we are making a kind of a report about what the other person said, okay?
Por ejemplo, Alejo me dijo que quiere enseñar inglés. Eso es un reporter speech. Estoy contando algo que otra persona me dijo. En inglés funciona de manera muy sencilla si tenemos en cuenta las siguientes reglas.
Okay, so then we have some rules. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second because I'm going to show you. We have this classroom, right? Alvaro is in here. Hi, Alvaro. Alvaro is in our Google documents, right? So then we have some rules, right? Actually, this is a kind of a structure, a kind of formula. This is very easy if you know the formulas, guys. This is a piece of cake if you know it, right? So when we have our report, when we're going to report something to, I don't know, to my friend, right? About something that someone told me, right? We're going to use this structure, right? If the statement it is in present simple, we are going to change it in past simple, or present continuous, past continuous, right? So then we're going to continue. Oh no, this one. It's not this one. It's this one.
Si hablamos en presente simple, vamos a hacer el report speech cambiando la frase a pasado simple. Es decir, I cook dinner. Eso lo dice una persona. Luego otra persona me pregunta, ¿qué dijo ella? Y yo debo contestarle, she said that she cooked dinner.
It's not necessary there's going to be one person asking, for example, what did she say? This is not important at all, but this is also a kind of introduction, right? To know you how does it work, right? It's not necessarily important. Actually, it's not necessary if a person explain us or ask us if what did she say or what did they say, right? This is only an example.
Como puedes ver, la primera frase estaba en presente simple, pero para yo contarle eso a esa tercera persona, ¿qué fue lo que dijo la primera persona? Debo hacerlo en pasado simple.
Okay, as you can see, this is a kind of a report, right? So then we have one person who said, I cooked dinner, right? And then there is this person, okay? This man is going to do the report part, okay? And for make this the report, actually we need to change the statement. I can say, for example, she said, I cooked dinner, okay? No, I can't use the simple present with simple present, right? We have to change it, the whole statement. Of course, we have some cases that we're not going to change, right? For example, when we're going to use models, it's not necessary to change at all, right? As you can see, this statement is in simple present, right? The reporter in this case is man, saying, she said that she cooked dinner. As you can see, I'm changing the object pronoun. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm changing my personal pronoun. Oh, where's my erase? Okay. I'm changing this. Instead of saying I, of course, I need to change that part. Okay, I'm going to change it by she because she's a woman. I'm using said. Okay, this is in the past. We can use said or told. Okay, we're going to say this in what cases are we going to use said, and in what cases told or tell, right? It's in our platform, My English Lab. We're going to see them, and then I'm using that. This is not necessary, right? This is not necessary. I can say she said she cooked dinner like that. This is not necessary. Only if you want, you can use it, right? But it's not necessary. In this case, we're going to say that she cooked. Okay. Again, I'm using one more time my personal pronoun, okay, or my subject. And this statement is what is important, actually, right? If this woman said, I cooked dinner, okay? Then the report part is this one, okay? What did she say? She said she cooked, okay? This verb is in past. I'm changing from simple present to simple past, okay? And like that, dinner, okay? So this is our first rule. I couldn't call it the rule, actually, right? Because it's not a rule, it's a structure, it's a formula that you have to follow to make your statement, right? So do you have any question until this part, guys?
Ese da, que sería en nuestro
Oh my
español.
goodness. Do you have any question?
No questions.
No, teacher.
Thank you, Nazarena. Is everything clear?
Sorry, teacher?
Is everything clear? Do you have any question?
No, for the moment, teacher, all is clear.
Thank you. So this is very easy, guys. Actually, this is one of my favorite lessons because it's very easy. The only part that is difficult is to learn how does our structure work, right?
Que
So
es opcional. Puedes ponerlo, está en presente continuo. Si la frase que dicen está en presente continuo, la pasaremos a pasado continuo.
okay, so you're going to notice some similarities, right? For example, if we're going to report that the person is reporting in present continuous, then where I'm going to make that report to my other person, I'm going to change it in past continuous, right? Let's see an example.
I am listening to music.
Okay, in this statement, as you can see, I'm using my present continuous, right? Then
What did he say? He said that he was listening to music.
Okay, so this is my first person who made the statement, right? Who is making the action, actually, right? And then the report part is this one. Okay, as you can see, he said, the pronunciation for this is like if I'm saying in Spanish, said, he said, right? We're not going to pronounce the letter I, right? He said that, this is optional, remember. He said that he, okay, I'm changing, again, one more time, I'm changing my personal pronoun or subject. And I'm using, instead of saying I'm replacing, right? To past continuous. He was listening to music, and I have to copy the statement like that. Okay, there's no any change, only the part that, for example, in this part, my verb to be and my principal verb, ing. Okay. Do you have any question, guys? We're going to practice, of course, at the end of the class, as always, right? But is everything clear until until this part? Guys? Alvaro, is it clear?
Yes, teacher, is clear.
Thank you, Nazarena. Patricia, is everything clear?
It's clear, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, Ernesto, do you got it? Good evening.
Hello, teacher. Good evening. Yes, I got it, teacher. All clear. Thanks.
Okay, that's good to know.
Como puedes ver, nuevamente la frase estaba en presente continuo, pero para yo contarle eso a esa otra persona, debo decirlo en pasado continuo. Si la frase que dicen está en presente perfecto, lo vamos a cambiar a pasado perfecto.
Okay, so if our statement, okay, the statement that the person is going to express is in present perfect, then we have to change it by past perfect, okay? So
Por
let's see an
ejemplo,
example.
I have finished my work.
Okay, so in this statement, as you can see, right, my statement is in present perfect, okay? I have finished my work.
What did he say? He said that he had.
Okay, and my report part, okay, is this one. Okay, the only thing that I have to do is change it in present to past, okay? He said that he had finished his work, okay? The only thing, guys, the only tip that I can give you is to learn how is the structure for all the times, right?
Had finished his work. Si estamos hablando en presente perfecto continuo, la frase la cambiaríamos a pasado perfecto continuo.
Okay, so
Por
this
ejemplo,
part, okay,
por
if
ejemplo,
our statement, oh, sorry.
I have been studying pasado perfecto.
Okay, sorry. So if my statement, okay, the statement that I'm going to, the part or the phrase that I'm going to report is in present perfect continuous, then I have to change it into the past perfect continuous, right? As you can see, guys, the similarity, as you can notice, is, for example, if it's in the present, we have to change in the past. That's all. Actually, that's all. It's more easy like that.
Continuo. Por ejemplo, I have been studying since 3 o'clock. What did he say? He said that he had been studying.
I'm not saying he said that he have, okay, I'm changing. I had to change it into the past, right? Instead of saying I have been studying. So this is the part that I'm going to report, right? This one. I have to report this statement into, if my statement, as you can see, is in the present perfect continuous, right? Then my report needs to be in the present, in the past perfect continuous, right? He said that he had been studying since 3 o'clock, okay? As I show you guys, there's a list, okay, in our Google Docs. So then it's gonna be easier for you, right? Let's continue.
Since 3 o'clock. Si la frase que dicen está en pasado simple, esta en reported speech pasaría a pasado perfecto.
Okay, so this is the difficult part, right? Because it's in the past, right? But what's going on if it's in the past? Okay, the only thing that I have to do is change it into the past perfect. Something that is very important, guys, to dominate this lesson is to know everything about our time, simple present, past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Okay, everything it's gonna be clear if you already know and dominate those topics, right? Those lessons.
Por ejemplo, I did exercises today. What did he say? He said that he had done exercises.
Okay, so as you can see, this statement is in simple past, okay? Then I have to change it into, let's see if you are paying attention. Let's ask to Nazarena.
Yes, teacher.
Nazarena, in what time is it? He said that he had done exercises today.
Sorry, teacher, again, please.
In what time is it?
Past perfect.
Okay, yes, you got it. It's in past perfect, right? Thank you. So if our statement, the report part, okay, the part that we are going to report actually is in simple past, then we have to change it into the past perfect, okay? He said that he had done, okay? In this part, this is acting like if a verb, right? It's not an auxiliary, right? And then I have to change it, had done, past perfect, okay? Let's continue. Do you have any question until this part, guys?
No, teacher, no question.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Thank you.
Si la frase la decimos en futuro, cambiaríamos el will por el would. Por ejemplo, I will study the book. What did he say? He said that he would study the book.
Okay, so this is this is not complicated. Okay, forward statement is in future. Okay, the part that we're going to report, right? Instead of saying will, I'm going to change it by would. Okay, he said that, right? He said that. This is not necessary. One more time, only if you want. Would study the book. Okay. Let me raise my screen, please. Okay.
En ocasiones, el reported speech, cuando alguien habla en futuro, nosotros lo usamos como el iba. Por ejemplo, yo voy a cocinar. ¿Qué dijo él? Él dijo que iba a cocinar. Ese iba se usa con was going. Por ejemplo, I will travel tomorrow. What did he say? He said that he was going to travel tomorrow.
Okay, so in this case, guys, there's gonna be times. Actually, if you want, okay, you can say he said that he would travel. Okay, but then we have to see what is next. Okay, then for example, we have tomorrow. Okay, so to make the statements have sense, okay, we're going to change it with was going to. Okay, it is replaced by iba in Spanish. Okay, I will travel tomorrow. He said that he was going to travel tomorrow. Okay, we're changing it for the past continuous, right? Was going to. Okay.
Como pueden ver, amigos, es muy fácil hacer el report de speech si seguimos las reglas. Recuerda, si la frase se dice en una estructura gramatical, Al decirla en report speech va en otra estructura gramatical. Sigue practicando mucho y
Okay, so do you have any question until this part, guys?
The last one was, can you repeat it, please?
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to. Okay, so we're going to say this is a structure, right? If our the part that we're going to report, okay, it's in future, it could be replaced by would, okay?
el would. Por ejemplo,
Actually, this is a structure that works for everything, right? And but something that is important is we're going to go to this minute, okay? What is it?
en ocasiones en report speech, cuando alguien habla en futuro, nosotros lo usamos como el iba. Por ejemplo, yo voy a cocinar.
Okay, yes. Okay, so maybe this is your question, right? In Spanish, okay, when we're going to report, actually, if you're going to travel tomorrow, then I have to say to my coordinator, Noelia is going to travel tomorrow. I'm sorry, Patricia is going to travel tomorrow, right? But to make it to report, right, that you are going to travel, I need to say,
Ejemplo, I will travel tomorrow.
okay, this is my example, right? I'm going to say, she said that she was going to travel tomorrow, okay? As you can see, I'm using my was going. What tense is it? This is in my past continuous, right? I'm changing this, right? Instead of saying will, I'm changing it by past continuous, right? This is only if you want, guys, right? Only if it's we're going to see what is the next part, but this is only because in Spanish we have this, right? So then it's going to be kind of difficult, right? Actually, for me, it's more easy if I say I would instead of will, would change it by would, right? But if you want, right, you can change it by past continuous, right? The statement is going to be the same, right? There's not going to be any change. For example, if I replace I will travel tomorrow, okay, she said that she would travel tomorrow, right? It's actually the same. There is no any change, only if you want. Okay, this is like an extra information. Actually, this is not a kind of a structure, or there's gonna be times that you necessarily have to use this one. No, it doesn't exist, right? This is only because in Spanish we have this expression iba. Okay, she said that in Spanish we will say ella dijo que iba a viajar mañana. Okay. If I change it by would, it's the same. There's no any change actually, right? I don't know if I solved your question, or I don't know if it was your question, Patty.
Yes, it was about that. Thank you.
Okay, don't worry. Guys, do you have another question maybe?
No, teacher. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. So let's see. What about person, right? Oh, we're going to listen to Sally.
Hi. Last week, a student asked me how he could improve his vocabulary. I told him to read a lot. I also told him not to look up every word, but to try to guess the meaning. I said to make a list of new words. All the sentences beginning with I told him and I said are examples of reported imperatives. Let's look at this form.
Okay, so then these are reported imperative, right? Are almost the same, right? Actually are the same, but the only thing that changes the name, right? We have imperatives that, for example, are commands, right? We're going to use it to make suggestions, right? We're going to read. Yes, Ernesto?
Yes, sorry, I can see your screen.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for letting me know. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah. Thanks.
now you can, right?
Yeah. Right, teacher. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. So this is my reported imperatives, right? So let's see. Number one, please, could you read, Ernesto?
Okay. We use imperatives such as be quiet to give commands, make suggestions, give directions, and extend invitations. A direct imperative uses the person's exact words. Dean said, be quiet. When we write, we put quotation marks around direct imperatives.
Thank you. So we have the reported speech, right? We have the indirect speech and our direct speech, right? In both of them, we are reporting, right? What is the difference? In this imperative, direct imperative, okay, we have be quiet, right? So we're going to start saying that our imperatives, right? We have a lot of, one example is be quiet, right? When I'm saying be quiet, I'm giving a command, right? Then I can use my imperatives to make suggestions, to give directions, to extend invitations, right? So in this part, what is the difference? As you saw, guys, in my reported speech, I'm changing. If it's in simple present, I have to change it into the past, simple past, okay? So, but with this one, my direct imperative, right? The only thing that I have to do is copy like that, okay? This is very easy. The only thing that I have to take care on is to use my comma. As you can see, there is a space like that, okay? And I have my quotation mark, okay? My quotation mark, okay? When we write, we put quotation marks around direct imperative. This is my imperative, okay? So I'm reporting like that. I'm not changing anything, actually. I'm using a comma and my quotation marks. This is very easy, actually. It works the same in Spanish, right? When we're going to citation, make a citation about something that someone told me, for example, okay, and this is commonly used in our, for example, at the moment that we're going to write an essay, right? I need to use my quotation marks, right, to indicate that this is not my phrase, right? This is a phrase about someone else, right? Is everything clear until this part? Point number one, guys?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Thank you. So then we're going to see point number two, right? So let's ask to Alvaro to read, please. Could you read?
Okay. We can also report imperatives without using the person's exact words. In this case, we use reported imperatives. Dean told Jackie to be quiet. When we write, we don't use quotation marks around reported imperatives. We don't say, Dean told Jackie to be quiet.
Thank you. So what is the difference? When we're going to use our quotation mark, you can call, guys, a direct speech, right? Okay, and this is my indirect reported speech, right? When we're going to report, right, what other person said, it's not necessary, right, to use my quotation marks, right, because it's not directly. That's the point of it. Okay, so instead of saying, as you can see, I'm not using say. Okay, in this case, I'm using told. Why am I using told? Because it's on a specific person and I know the name of the person, right? That's the difference. I guess this is in slide number 3. I don't remember, right? But then we're going to see in the next page, right? So we can also report imperatives without using the person's exact words. In this case, we use reported imperatives or reported speech, right? That both names are okay. Okay. So then Dean told Jackie to be quiet. Okay. When we write, don't use quotation marks around the reported imperatives, right? We don't say, Dean told Jackie, these quotations are unnecessary, right? Then we have point 3. This is only about talking about quotations, the spelling part, right? We're going to see the grammar part right now. No, in the next page, right? So please, who is going to be my next volunteer? Well, actually not a volunteer. Patricia, could you please read?
Okay. The most common reporting verbs are say and tell. We use say when we don't mention the listener. Dean said to be quiet. We do not say, Dean said Jackie to be quiet. We use tell when we mention the listener. Dean told Jackie to be quiet. He told her to be quiet. We do not say, Dean told to be quiet.
Thank you. So in this part, guys, as I told you, right, we are going to use two verbs, right? One is say and the other one is tell. The difference between say and tell, when we're going when we're not going to know something about the listener, right? For example, I don't know the name, or for example, we're not going to mention, okay, the listener. We are going to use say, right? For example, Dean said Jackie to be quiet. This is incorrect because I know who is the listener, right? I know Jackie. So then instead of saying say, I need to use tell. Okay, in this case, we have to change it into the past. So it could be Dean told Jackie to be quiet. Okay. So say only if you don't know, or we're not going to mention the listener, right? Then said to be quiet. Okay, we have the other one is tell. Use tell when we mention the listener, right? Dean told Jackie to be quiet. We don't say Dean told to be quiet. Instead of saying, for example, in this case, I don't know who is the listener, right? And for example, I don't want to mention it. I'm not going to use tall, right? Because tall is only for a specific name, right? Only if you know, right? Instead of saying tall, I'm going to use say, right? Dean said to be quiet. It is necessary to put our verb in the past, right? Dean told her to be quiet. Okay, in this case, I'm using my object. It's okay to use objects, though, right? So, is there any question until this part, guys? I'm sorry, guys. Do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Thank you. Okay, so then we have point number 4. Okay, please, Nazarena, could you read? Nazarena 1, Nazarena 2, and 3. Okay, so let's continue. Oh, yes, it's here. Nazarena, are you there?
Yes, teacher. The number 4.
Yes, please.
To report an affirmative imperative, use the infinitive. Dean, keep your voice down.
Okay, thank you. So my other ones, okay, as you can see, we are using imperative, right? I'm sorry, infinitive. This is the infinitive way of our verb, right? To add to next to our verb, right? Keep your voice down, okay? So then we're going to practice. I have this exercise to change it into reported imperative, right? Because this is a direct one, right? This is not indirect. Okay, so, but as you can see, we're using in all our examples our infinitive, right? we have point number 5, okay? To report an imperative, use not plus the infinitive, okay? Don't interrupt, okay? I guess there is examples in this part. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so for example, how could I change it? I'm going to change it, okay? I'm going to give you an example. It's with, yes, okay. He told, okay, in this case, could everyone help me, please? How could I do this one? Any volunteer? Guys, let's ask to...
Jackie said to not interrupt.
Not to.
Not interrupt.
Very good. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, now it's clear. It's the same. We have this, for example, when we're going to use used to, not to use to, it's the same, right? Jackie said, okay, in this case, why am I using said? Because I don't know who is the listener, right? I'm not mentioning it, right? And I have the negative, not, okay? And then my infinitive, right? Not to interrupt, okay? Do you got it, guys? For example, in this one, would say, please, Ernesto, could you help me?
Okay. He said not to keep your voice down.
Okay, this is an affirmative one, right? So
I have to do it with affirmative. Oh, yeah.
yes, please.
He said it's just to keep your voice down.
Yes, like that. Now, a question for you. Why am I not changing, for example, your voice down? Where is my... yeah, yes, okay. In this case, you could ask me, teacher, why we are not changing the, for example, as you can see, this is in simple present, right? Keep, right? Why I'm not changing my verb? Because it's imperative, right? And remember, our imperatives are those ones who are going to use, we're going to use to give commands, to give instructions, to give directions, right? So those are imperatives, so then we don't need to make any change, right? Is it clear, guys? Do you have any question?
Yes, it's clear.
Oh, I thought, yes, teacher, I have a question. Okay, thank you. Maybe Alvaro, Nazarena, Ernesto, do you have any question?
I don't have questions, teacher.
All clear, teacher? Thanks.
No, teacher. All is clear. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. So let's continue, right? Oh, this is my, yes. We have letter 6, number 6, okay? So please what's going on with this one? Oh my goodness. Okay. Please, Nazarena, could you read number 6?
Okay. In report imperatives, we sometimes have to change pronouns to keep the original meaning. Amy called me later. Talia told Amy to call her later.
Thank you. So this is we're going to identify what is our imperative, okay? In this case, is call me later, okay? So Amy, call me later, okay? We sometimes have to change pronouns, okay? So what is my pronoun in this case? Please, could you help me, Nazarena? Could you identify what is the pronoun that we're changing?
Me with her.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so the only thing that we have to do is change the pronoun, okay? Talia told Amy to call her later. Okay, we're replacing, right? Is everything clear? It happens in Spanish also the same way, right? I don't know, guys, if you have any question in point number 6.
No, teacher, thanks.
Okay, so the rest, I hope you have questions. Okay, we're going to pass to number. Oh, sorry, Albert, I guess you turn on.
No, teacher, I don't have questions.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to continue, please. Now, the last one, could you read, Alvaro?
We sometimes have to change time phrases to keep the original meaning. Call me tomorrow, Amy. Talia told Amy to call her the next day.
Okay, thank you. So in this statement, okay, this happens only in reported speech, right? With indirect reported speech. When we have, for example, we're going to identify our time or time phrase, okay? Tomorrow, I can't say tomorrow. Talia told Amy to call her tomorrow, okay? I know in Spanish we take like we don't make any change, but in English it's necessary to make the change, right? In this case, tomorrow I have to replace it by the next day, right? It is the rule. That's the rule, right? The good part, okay, the good notice is that we have a list for this, okay? So then you have to memorize, or you have to keep practicing in order to keep, right? What parts do we have to change, right? Everything is in our Google Docs, right? So then you can see that part, that list, okay? So I don't know, guys, if you have any questions.
No, teacher.
Teacher, in number 7, when we want to change time phrases, we always have to change.
No, but sometimes, for example, when it's on a specific day, right? Call me on Monday, for example, right? Talia told me to call her on Monday, right? Only in that part. The next, for example, I'm going to show you. Okay, give me a second. Then, guys, you can see it. It's in Google Docs. Give me a second. I'm going to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show my screen one more time. Okay, so these are, for example, in my direct speech. Okay, where's my spotlight? Give me a second. Okay, in direct speech is now. Instead of saying now, I have to replace it by then. Okay, today I can replace it for that day. Okay, here, there, this, that. Okay, we're going to replace those ones, right? But when it's on a specific day, it's we only have to mention that day, right? As an example, as I explained you. I don't know if you got it. Only if they mention on a specific day, for example, right? Do you got it?
Yes, teacher, thanks.
Okay, thank you. So those were the imperative ones. So then we're going to practice. Okay. Then we're going to do this one. Okay. What's going on? I can't move my. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess my computer, I can scroll it down. Oh no, yes, I can. Okay, so then we're going to practice. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again, guys. Please let me know if you can see. Okay, can you guys?
Yes, I can see it.
Thank you. So we have 7 exercises. Okay, we have to select an option. Okay, I hope you took note, guys. This is important. So then we're going to start with number 1, please. Nazarena, could you do it?
Okay.
Talia, to be serious.
Talia thought need to be serious.
Okay, thank you. And number 2, please, Alvaro.
Okay. Jackie told him not to interrupt.
Very good, thank you. The number 3, please, Patricia.
Nick said to hurry up.
Very good, thank you. Number 5, please, Ernesto.
Okay, Talia told Amy to make a reservation for 2 at Valentino's.
Thank you. Number 5, please, who is my next one? Okay, Nazarena again, please.
Okay. Dean, keep your voice down, Jackie. Dean told Jackie to keep her voice down.
Very good, thank you. Number 6, please, Patricia.
Tony told Talia, stay objective.
Which?
La primera, the first one.
Okay, thank you. Yes, because remember, right, when we're going to use the direct imperatives, we use a comma, okay, my space, and then my quotation marks, okay? And my period needs to be in, right? Okay, thank you. The last one, please, Alvaro.
Call me tomorrow night, Amy. Last Monday, Talia asked Amy to call her the next night.
Very good, thank you. That's all. Do you have any question, guys?
In teacher, yes, in number 6, we have to do that the comma and the space always when we are writing.
Yes, yes. This is important, right? We have how can I say? How can I explain you? We have some rules, right? Grammar, okay, and it applies for Spanish, for English, for each language, right? That when we're going to say or to mention what other person said, it's necessary to use a comma, my space, right? As you can see, there is a space there, my quotation mark, and my period, right? So this is necessary, guys. So I had a problem, not a problem, right? But confusion, right? My other course, right? I was taking this course, how is it called? Only for writing and reading and comprehension, right? And then I asked my students to make an essay, right? So then we saw a lesson that everything was about the punctuation marks, the spelling rules, okay? Everything like about that, right? So then my student didn't put an space, my space, okay? Apart from that, my student didn't add a period, right? So then the only thing that I had to do was to put him 0 at the spelling part, right? Because it's very, very important, guys. So then in your statement, right, when you're going to make some statements, even in Google Docs, it's necessary, guys. If you don't, I'm going to put you a 0. I know it's hard, right? And you're going to tell me, teacher, but it's only a point, or it's only a quotation mark. it's important, right? Because it can consider a kind of plagiarism, actually, right? So then we have to avoid to make plagiarism. So that's important. Okay, Ernesto. So
Yes,
in
yes,
our
teacher. Yes,
products,
right.
it's always important, right? And it
Okay.
applies for English or in Spanish, everything. Okay, so then we're going to pass to our next, where is it? Oh my goodness. Okay, our next exercise. Okay, I don't know, guys, if you have noticed any difference between the, why am I not sharing my screen? Okay, I don't know, guys, if you have noticed the difference between these reported imperatives and the video that I showed you at the beginning of the class, right? I don't know, guys, if you have noticed. Is there any difference for you? Guys, are you there? Okay, I don't have students in my class, I guess. Okay, one more time, guys. I don't know if you have noticed the difference between the reported imperatives and with the video that I showed you. Which one was this? Yes, we did with this one. Okay, so then the difference is the time, okay, in our person platform. Okay, we are using only the imperatives, okay, and actually the imperatives are only expressions, right? As I mentioned, you guys, it's for give a commands, right? To make commands, to give directions, okay. So the only thing that we do actually is to add an infinitive, right? But in this part, we don't change the verb at all. And we only change the time, okay? So then we have 8 exercises, okay? So the first one, please, Alvaro, could you do it?
Okay. Here, Lim, look at the menu. She told that. She told that.
Okay, in this part, it's not necessary to add that actually, okay? We're only going to, the only thing that we're going to do is to just to mention the person and then the infinitive and the structure, okay? You can continue, please, Alvaro.
In this case, maybe only is the same phrase. Look at the menu with quotation.
No, it's not necessary the quotation, right? Because we have told in first case. And then, no, it's not necessary, okay? Because we have in the structure, okay, what does it say? Yes, okay. Imperative that expresses what the person said, okay? So then we don't have to add a quotation. Can you do it just like, for example, she told, what is next?
Look, she told. I don't know, teacher.
Okay, so she told, okay, we can, if you don't know, you don't really know the answer, you can ask yourself who.
Maybe
Okay.
told Lynn to look at the menu.
Yes, that's all. That's all, okay? As I tell you, you have to ask to yourself if it's going to help you. Who? Okay, in this case, Amy said to Lynn, okay? Here, Lynn, look at the menu, okay? She told Lynn, Okay, as I told you, we have to use a infinitive, look, to, and then my verb. Okay, we're not going to make any modification in our verb, right? That's what I asked to you. So I asked you if you notice any difference between the reported imperatives and the reported speech. Okay, so thank
in
you,
this case,
Nazarena.
we can also
Yes.
use, she told her to look at the menu.
Yes, of course, we can replace it. Okay, she told her, okay. Do you get it, Ernesto? If you want, you can replace it by her. It's not a
Okay.
problem.
But I think in this task, we have to write the name.
Yes, in this case, yes. Here, Lynn, look at the menu. She told Lynn to look at the menu. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Give me a second. Give me a second, please. Okay. Where is it? Okay. To call me. Oh no, but it's not this one. Yes, I guess it's this one. Okay. So in reported imperatives, we sometimes have to change the pronouns to keep the original meaning. Okay. Amy, call me later. Okay. So Talia told. So she's the person, right? Who is going to express the report, okay? And this is the reported part, okay? Talia told Amy to call her later, okay? But it really, you can replace if you want it, Ernesto. There is no problem, okay? There's not a specific structure. For example, in indirect speech, this is more easy, okay? I don't know if I solved your question.
Yes, teacher. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to continue sharing my screen. So in this case was she told me, oh, why am I not writing? Leaning to look, okay? So we're going to continue, please, with number 2. Thank you, Nazarena. Now, please, Alvaro, can you do it number 2? Can you try it?
Okay, don't order an appetizer. The portions are really big. She said that you don't order an appetizer, or she said don't order.
Okay, so remember, this is like Lynn said, okay? Don't order, okay? But we have to change it. We can't use like that, okay? So can you try, please, one more time?
She said didn't order.
Okay. No, guys, something that I showed you, right? That's what I asked you, right? And nobody answered. What is the difference, if you noticed any difference, right, between the reported imperatives and my reported speech, the video that I showed you at the beginning, right? So the difference is that we don't have to change absolutely nothing in our verb, right? So in this statement, this is a simple present, okay? Negative way, don't order an appetizer, right? So the only thing that we have to do, Alvaro, instead of saying not, she said not. I can say, for example, she said not, I'm sorry, no. She said don't, okay, it's wrong, okay? Even for me, it's so difficult to say, okay? So the correct way would be, I'm going to show you one more time, okay? Where is it? Oh, this is my Excel. Oh, no, yes, it is. Okay, where is it? Okay, I'm going to show you, Alvaro. Okay, so to report an imperative, use the infinitive. Okay, this is actually, oh yes, I guess this made Patricia. Okay, so this is the formula, Alvaro. Okay, so I can't report as don't. I have to say not to, okay, not plus my infinitive to. Okay, do you got it? Let's see. Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Give me a second. I'm going to share. Oh my goodness, what's going on? I can scroll it down. Oh yes, now it's okay. I'm going to show you. That's the problem that I have to write one more time. Okay. She told me.
Okay. She said not to order an appetizer because the portions are really big.
Very good. Now you got it. Okay. So now your question will be, teacher, why did you show us that video? Because if we have time, we're going to see that one, right? Because that is more difficult than this one. Because in this one, we don't have to make any change in our verb, for example, right? In our tense, we don't have to make anything, right? The only thing that we have to do is to put our infinitive just like that. Okay, but we're going to see if we have time. We're going to see our indirect speech. Okay, thank you, Alvaro. Number 3, please, Ernesto.
Okay, be careful, Lynn. That dish is really spicy. She told Lynn to be careful because that dish is really spicy.
Very good, thank you. Number 4, please, Patricia.
Don't worry, Amy. I'm used to spicy food. She told Amy not to worry because she's used to spicy food.
Thank you. In this case, for example, you can use, for example, the name, right? Or you can use their object. Okay, she told her, okay, to tell her, okay. She told her, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused with number 5. Oh yes, her not
to worry.
Not to worry, right? Okay, thank you. She told her not to worry because she used to spicy food. Thank you, Patty. I'm sorry, I got confused with number 5. Thank you. So let's continue, please, with you again, Nazarena, number 5.
Okay, teacher. She told Talia. She told Talia. She told Talia.
Oh no, in this case,
Tell her.
yes. She told her.
She told her. I don't know.
Okay,
Tell.
okay.
He told her.
Yes.
Tell.
Okay, no, remember the infinitive? Don't forget your infinitive.
Okay. She told her. She told her so. No, I don't know.
She told her to. Now the verb.
To tell.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
She told her to tell Talia. No. Ay, teacher. Ya, lo mismo. Ya.
Yes.
No puede ser she told Talia to tell her.
Okay, in this case, we're going to throw it, right? Give me a second. Okay, we're going to suppose that this is Lynn. Lynn is a girl.
Yes, I know. She,
Okay, do you get it?
yes. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so I guess it's not necessary to draw because you're going to be her. Okay, so tell me about Talia and Nick. Okay, who said this? Lynn. Okay, so she told her and mentioned her because of Lynn, and to tell her, okay, about Talia. Okay, she told her to tell her about Talia and Nick. Okay, do you got it, Nazarena?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, don't worry. Number 6, please. Álvaro.
Okay, don't leave anything out. She said not to leave anything out.
Very good. Not so great. Okay, the pronunciation for this one is out. Don't leave anything out. And the correct pronunciation for this is, I'm going to set. The past of say, it's said. Okay, she said. We're not going to pronounce letter I. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Thank you. Number 7, please, Ernesto.
Okay, don't tell anyone about it. She told not to tell anything about it.
She told her what? What else?
Not to tell.
Oh my goodness. Not to tell
Yes.
anyone about it.
About it, yes.
Very good. Thank you, Ernesto. You got it. And the last one, please, Patricia.
Trust me, Amy, I can keep a secret. She told Amy
Very good.
that she trust her.
To trust. Did you say trust to trust?
She told Amy.
I heard like that. I don't know if I'm right.
To trust her. Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. So trust me, Amy, I can keep a secret. She told Amy to trust her. Very good. I'm using my object, right? In this case, Patty, when we use her, I'm making a reference with who?
With Lynn.
Very good. You got it. Okay. Thank you.
Teacher,
So then, yes.
yes, yes. I wasn't sure about number 7 because why are we talking about her? She told her not to tell. Why her?
Okay. So Amy, don't tell anyone about it. Okay. She told her. Oh yes, actually yes, you're right. Okay. So I have an answer for this one. It's because of the video, right? We have a video, okay? So it is talking this. I'm going to show you, okay? If we have time right now. So it is because of the video, right? So then we have to see the video.
Okay, yes, yes. Now I got it. Thank you.
Okay, don't worry. So, okay, do you have any question, guys? I don't know if everything is clear.
Yes, everything.
Do you got it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so then I have a question for you. Was it difficult for you guys? Do you think we have to practice more? Or what do you think?
I think we have to recognize if it's an imperative or it's just a sentence.
Yes, You know what is the point of this? Principally to see if the word is an imperative one, okay? So then if it's an imperative, okay, we have to report it in imperative, right? We have to follow the imperative structure, right? For example, Lynn looked at the menu, she told Lynn to look, okay? That's all. Because the structure for this one is very easy, okay? We only use the imperative form to, okay? So then we have our subject or personal pronoun, if you want to call it, or our object. It could be replaced by an object. Then it is followed by our infinitive one, okay? My infinitive to, and then my verb, okay? Take care of this part, guys. It's not the same to look and look to, right? I have many students that got confused with this one, okay? So infinitive to look, right? And then we have the other part of the verb, look to, right? And it works as if it were an article, okay, or preposition. So the lesson that I'm going to show you, it's a little bit more structuring. How can we call it? Kind of difficult. I'm not going to say yes, it's easy. But we have to practice, okay? I know this is not part of our lesson, actually, because we were supposed to see only the imperatives, but I need to know the principal point of this is that I need to know if you already dominate the time of the verb, okay? So then let's see. As I show you, you can enter please to Google Docs right now. We don't have too much time, but we're going to try it, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you whatever. You can see by my screen, guys. First, I'm going to explain you, okay? So then this is called reported speech, okay? So when we're going to report something, okay, a situation, I don't know what you were going to report. Then when we're going to report, to make an information about the other person, okay, we have to change, okay? We have direct speech, okay, that she always wear a coat, and I was like, how is it possible? Okay. Okay, so then I have a, okay, now it's better. Okay, as you can see, I'm feeling sick, and then my face is a completely mess, okay, because I couldn't sleep. Okay, so then I have my tense. Okay, if my tense is in simple present or present simple, whatever, it's okay, I have to change it by past simple. Okay, she always wears a coat. Okay, something interesting in this statement is this is my adverb of frequency. Okay, but it keeps like that. We're not going to make any change. Okay, she always wears a coat. He said that this is not important, but if you, so this is curious because in Spanish we use that like if it were, for example, que, okay? She said que, okay? Ella dijo que, but in English we can omit this part, okay? She said she always wore a coat. Okay, so this is only if you want it, this is not necessary, right? So then the present continues with the past continuous. As you can see, the only thing that I'm doing is instead of using the present, I'm changing by the past, okay? So what am I going to report? This statement, okay? My statement is in present continuous. I'm looking for my keys, okay? I have to change it into my past continuous, I would say. He said that he was he was looking for his keys, okay? And something that we saw in our platform, okay, in my English lab platform person, was that we have to change the object, right? His, okay? Do you have any question until this part, guys?
No, teacher.
No, teacher, no questions.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. So then we have the past simple. Okay. This is the part that I'm going to report. Okay. This is a direct one. Okay. It is necessary to be changed by the past perfect. Okay. Both are in past, right? One is the past simple and the other one, given, had given, is my past perfect. Okay. So my friend gave me a bar of chocolate. Okay. He said that his friend had given him a bar of chocolate. Okay. This statement is getting crazy, right? Because it changed everything. Okay. So for me, as I told you at the beginning of the video, this is the most difficult for me. Okay, because we have to change into the past simple into the past perfect, but we have to replace the object. Okay, for example, given him, I'm using another object that is not in my direct speech, for example. Okay, so then we have the past continuous. Okay, past perfect. We have to change it into the past perfect. Okay, we were living in London. It's very easy, obviously statement, past continuous into the past perfect continuous. Okay, he said that he had been living in London. Okay, then we have the present perfect. I know, guys, this is not too much talking, but I'm going to try to do it as fast as possible because we have exercises. Okay, so then it's going to be, I don't know, the number 1 to 5 is going to make it Alvaro, for example, right? So, and then you have to change it. Okay, but this is fast. Okay. Of course, we're not going to have enough time, but we're going to see a little bit, right? Then we have the past perfect. The bread had gone stale. Okay. Then we're going to change it into the past perfect. Okay. There is no any change in this part. The past perfect stays in past perfect, right? He said that the bread had gone stale. This is most easy, right? Then we have the past perfect continuous. He had been teaching in my school for 15 years. Okay. The past perfect continuous. They said that he had been teaching in their school in 15 years. Okay, so then you're going to read this one, please. Okay, you are going to report, right, Alvaro, what Nazarena said, right? You're going to report to me, right? So, for example, Nazarena is going to say this one. Please, could you read? Nazarena?
I will finish my report in 2 days.
Thank you. Now, please report it, Alvaro.
she said that she will finish her report in 2 days.
Very good. Thank you. That's all. That's all. Okay. So, something that is very easy are the models, right? Instead of saying will, change it by will. Or, for example, I can say, he said that he was going, okay, was going to finish her report. Oh, well, she said that she was going to finish her report. Okay, it could be replaced by my my past continuous. Okay, thank you. Now, please, Ernesto, please, this one, he would, and you're going to report Patricia.
Okay, he would work in the garden.
They said that he will work in the garden.
Thank you. So would stays like also would. Okay, we're not going to make any modification. The models are easy. Okay. thank you. So instead of can, I'm going to, well, no, instead no. If our tense is in a can, okay, with model can, we have to replace but will. Could, sorry, okay. So please could you try one more time, Alvaro? You're going to say this. You're going to read the statement, and then Nazarena, you're going to report.
Okay. He could play in the match.
Okay, I guess we were in this part. I can speak English.
Okay, I can speak English.
Nazarena?
He said he could speak English.
Very good, thank you. Ernesto?
He could play in the match.
Patricia?
They said he could play in the match.
Thank you. Now, we're going to pass in that way. Okay, shall. We're going to change it shall. Instead of saying shall, I'm going to say would, okay? But before to end the class, because we only have 6 minutes, right? When we have, guys, of course, we're going to have in our statement, we're like now, okay? Today, here, this, okay? Then we have to replace it, right? I'm going to share you at the end of the class, okay, by our WhatsApp group, the complete list, okay? So then this is gonna help you in PDF, okay? I'm going to try to change it by in PDF because it's in Word, okay? So then when we have now, the children are playing outside now, okay? Something, can you please tell me, Nazarena, what time is it? Are playing?
Present continuous.
Thank you. So when we have present continuous, we have to change it by Alvaro.
Past continuous.
Very good. So the children are playing outside now, okay? Here I have my time, okay? And direct speech is with now. In my reported speech, it's necessary to replace it by then. He said that the children were playing outside then, okay? We have today. We're going to replace it by that day. I've got a piano lesson today. Please could you, Ernesto, tell me what time is it? I've got.
Present perfect.
Very good, thank you. She said that she had got a piano lesson that day. Patricia, could you please tell me what time is it?
Past perfect.
Yes, very good, past perfect, okay? Present perfect into the past perfect, okay? When I have in my direct speech here, I have to change it by there. Put the box here. He told us to put the box there. I have this, I have to change it by that, okay? I shall very busy this week, okay? She said she would be very busy that week, okay? Is everything clear, guys? Do you have any questions?
It's clear, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Alvaro, is it difficult for you?
No, teacher, only we have to practice more.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Nazarena? Is it difficult for you?
No, teacher, I think that is clear for
Okay.
the moment.
Okay, thank you. Ernesto?
No, teacher, it's okay, but I have a question. When we talk about here and there, why we have to use there? For example,
In this part?
yes, if we talk about maybe a table, put I don't know, some milk in the table here. we have to use there. We were talking about here.
Okay, so first of all, we have a list, okay? So those are a kind of structures that we have to use, okay? Then the sense of the statement, okay? Put the box here, okay? But you're going to report, okay? So in Spanish, okay, we're going to try it in Spanish. Put the box here, pon la caja aquí. Okay, he told us to put the box there. Okay, él nos dijo que pongamos la caja ahí. ¿Se entiende? El aquí y el ahí.
Yes,
Entonces es como para que tenga más sentido la oración, porque si yo digo, he told us to put the box here, no tendría mucho sentido. No del todo.
yes,
Okay.
yes, but we can also use here if we are, I don't know.
If you want to, for example, replace here by there is no problem. Actually, as I told you, this is a kind of rules, okay? Son reglas en realidad que nos dicen que tenemos que poner en esa manera, ¿ok? Pero no siempre tiene que ser así, porque sí te entiendo, es que tal vez no le encuentras el sentido, pero es como que ya como que es la estructura, ¿no? Sin embargo, no quiere decir que esté mal. Y si pongo, por ejemplo, he told us to put the box here, it's okay. There's no problem, okay? Son solo para seguir las reglas más que todo. In spoken English, it's normally, for example, we don't use at all this one, okay? Only if it's, for example, the next day, okay? Tomorrow for the next day, yes, it's important, okay? But more than that, I know it doesn't make any sense, but more like that is like we have a structure, right, to follow.
Yeah, okay, yes, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, entonces son como reglas que tenemos que, no tenemos que seguir al 100%, sin embargo les muestro para que puedan conocer un poco más, ¿no? Pero si podrían, si quieren reemplazarlo, no hay ningún problema en realidad. Sí, porque es más como que seguir en cuanto a lo que son días específicos, no tanto como ahí que aquí. Es percepción más que todo, ¿ok? Sí puedes reemplazarlo, Ernesto, no hay ningún problema, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. So that's all for today. I'm going to share with you the lunch. So please, you can fill it. That's all for today. Don't forget don't make your reservation and be on time, guys, please. Si van a hacer sus reservas, por favor, no se olviden de estar en tiempo porque luego el otro alumno al que sigue se ve perjudicado, ¿ok? O si tal vez no van a ingresar a clases, háganmelo saber, ¿ok? Porque a veces se olvidan de hacer las reservas y yo no sé si van a entrar o si puedo disponer ese tiempo para otro estudiante, ¿ok? Así que, por favor, no me hago problema con que no entren, pero siempre háganmelo saber, por favor, ¿sí?
Okay, teacher. Thank you very much. See you.
Okay, teacher.
Thank you, Ernesto.
See you tomorrow,
Thank
teacher.
you. See you tomorrow.
Disculpa, ¿será que
Patricia.
puede explicarme martes y jueves, digamos, para qué son esas clases?
La de los martes y los jueves son 15 minutos de speaking, ¿ok? En los que solo vamos a hablar, vamos a ver cuál es tu lectura y todo eso, ¿ok? Son solo 15
ya,
minutos.
buenísimo. Ya. Es que no, pensé que era para nivelarse y por eso no entré ni hice reservación y ya me hablaron y me dijeron que tenía que entrar. Pero es que
No, es para practicar el speaking, ¿ok? Entonces puedes entrar, pues, si no puedes hacer la reserva, me la puedes enviar por WhatsApp, pero no antes de que empiece la clase. O sea, tiene que ser por lo menos a una hora antes de empezar la clase, ¿ok? Para que yo pueda agendar a quien le toca.
ok, perfecto. Gracias.
¿Ok? Don't worry. No sé si ya has llenado la encuesta, Patricia.
Sí, la anterior, la que aparece aquí en Zoom.
Sí, esa la tienes que llenar, por favor.
Sí.
Pasa de que diariamente se envían encuestas y las tienes
Ah,
que
ya.
llenar.
Ya, ok.
Ok, thank you, Pati. Entonces
Luego,
mañana
profe.
nos quieres hacer la
Ya.
reserva, ¿ok?
Ok, gracias.
¿La llenaste la encuesta? No, no me parece que llenaste.
Y no, ahorita lo hago.
Ah, ok, está bien. No
Ya.
sé si te aparece. Ah, ya sí,
Sí.
pensé que no te aparecía para volverte a enviar. Ok, thank you, Patricia. No te olvides de hacer tu reserva para el día de mañana, ¿está bien?
Ok. Gracias,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Hasta luego.
Bye.